Coda has now been with me for 11 weeks. Her self-control skills are improving, but she still has a long way to go.
Okay.
I begin teaching eye contact by standing behind her. Once I move in front of her, you can see that the fractions of eye contact are very, very short. Next, I try to make only my face available to her to see. I want her to make a great effort to find my face. At this point, when she was loose in the house, I had her dragging a leash, but later you'll see that comes off.
Okay.
I think this dog is very used to running away from people. She wants to be chased and caught, which I will not do. So here I'm teaching her to allow her collar to be grabbed. Teaching a dog to allow its collar to be grabbed is a very important part of the recall, because you may sometimes be in a dangerous situation where you need to grab them.
Come here.
And here we put it all together. The dog comes back, I take her collar, and I put the leash on.
Down.
This is the beginning of the sit-stay, where I'll be teaching her to sit quietly while I walk away from her. Now I'll work on the turning to walk away from her. We did the same thing outside, and then we put it all together. When I got this dog, the thing she knew best was pulling into the leash. So we've worked very, very hard at replacing that. This is what I have spent the most time on, and she can now go down the driveway and onto the road keeping a loose leash, but not all the time. Having her do extra activities while keeping her leash loose strengthens her leash loose abilities. This helps her to practice leaving interesting scents that we find alone. Most people know that teaching targeting is a foundation for retrieving, but it's also a foundation for paying attention.
Touch. Touch. Touch.
This is Coda's first session on learning to pay attention to the mat. Once she figures out that going to the mat will get a click and a treat, I place the treat away from the mat so she needs to go back to it. This probably took 3 or 4 weeks in many different places with different mats. You might notice that her biggest distraction, the horses, are grazing right outside the fence. People ask, how do you start teaching a dog to go around a pole? And this is how you start, with an invisible pole. The dog is going around a pole that's between my feet, and you can't see the pole because it's invisible. This dog has no idea about getting onto my left side to get ready for this, so I walk and set myself up to help her do it. Once she's at my left side, as soon as she looks forward or moves forward an inch, I click and provide the treat at my right knee. Next, you can find something, anything, that will take the place of the invisible pole. This dog is tied, even though the yard is fenced, because she's not yet able to be calm while she's loose. I don't want to help her or control her by guiding her with a leash, so if she's tied up, she's theoretically loose. Now we replace the box with something else that she can go around. If you keep giving the dog different objects to go around, eventually they get faster at generalizing that they're supposed to go around something. I do think this dog was in the habit of running away from people and enjoying the chase. I move very slowly and I avoid eye contact. I manage the situation so no matter how wild she gets or how much she spins or runs around, no problems result. I suspect that my reacting to her spinning around would be very rewarding to her, which is why I don't do it. I forgot that when I threw something, she was likely to go and get it. So here I just take her collar and wait. I don't click, but once she drops the toy, I drop a treat. I back toward her to avoid eye contact. Because she likes running and spinning in circles, I think this is why she enjoys this exercise. I try to keep my body language very quiet, and now in her training sessions, she's on leash, except when I release her to go around a pole. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't speak to her or use any verbal cues, or at any rate very few, because she pays no attention to what people say. However, at this time, I am noticing her watching me and thinking about what I want. No clicker for this. I simply provide a treat when she's calm. As in the case with most hyperactive dogs, touching them can raise their excitement level. So I touch her very calmly. I didn't have enough room in this video to show you the finished product, but she does do this trick with a hand signal to either direction. Although she's learned a lot, we still have a long, long way to go.